Yo, what is going on YouTube? It is Dylan. We are back here with another Madden video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the best running backs in all Madden 21 Ultimate Team and ranking them and putting them in a tier list. Dolphins Steam Team right here is actually perfect for this because we have three different archetypes: Arian Foster, an elusive back, Reggie Bush, a receiving back, and Ricky Williams, a power back. Now, if you are new to the channel though, make sure to leave a like on the video and also subscribe. We drop daily Madden content on the channel. On the road to 1K subs, I greatly appreciate it if you are new to hit that sub button. And now a lot of these abilities are the same. There are different ones for whether it be a power back or a receiving back, but right here, Backfield Master, I like this better on receiving backs because it's only 1 AP compared to 2 on the elusive back. But in my opinion, this is probably the best running back ability, especially if you pass the ball like every play. This will absolutely cook man coverage. Backfield Master right here. It also gives you extra hot routes, which are, I think, angle route, a ghost route, a good flat route, and I can't think of the other one off the top of my head. I always forget the other one, but those are like the three of my favorite routes right there. So this ability right here is really good because it also gives you improved catching as well, like I said, to help against that man coverage. Now evasive right here, I put evasive in the A tier. I think this is a pretty good ability. I think the steerable spin and juke moves, I found that they kind of do a really good job of faking people out. Like, I really do think like you can make a lot of people miss with this. Just kind of like running as a whole isn't like, I don't think it's as effective as it was last year, so take that for what you will. But if you do like to run the ball, I'd recommend trying out evasive. BULLDOZER right here, F tier ability, reduce zone objectives. Don't waste your AP on abilities like these. Every video I cover, I try to tell people not to waste their AP on these abilities right here. Honestly, you're not even likely to get your X factor. Grab and go right here, I put in the B tier. Now I think it's good, but the thing is, I think it's only like so good. Like, I don't know, I think it's better on like a running back than receiver. It's just kind of like, I don't know, I like the ability, but I think there's like other abilities elsewhere that I would use over this. That's why I put it in the B tier. I do think it's really nice though. Like, if you throw a little flat pass, it basically, like, after you catch the ball and rack it, right, like you get a rack animation for your catch, it turns into human joystick. So I think this ability right here, probably better than human joystick. Next right here, we have RB Apprentice. Now honestly, I could put RB Apprentice in the F tier because there's no point to pick RB Apprentice over Backfield Master. There's really no point. Like, if you're running a Hot Route Master, don't run this ability. You will get the same hot routes for Hot Route Master and RB Apprentice. But RB Apprentice, like, just by itself, I put in the B tier just because those extra hot routes are really nice. Next right here, Return Man. I put Return Man also in the F tier. Again, I just think it's a waste of AP. Reach For It, I put Reach For It actually in the S tier, especially after the recent patch that kind of made it to where players by themselves won't get the Reach For It animations unless they have this ability on. I think this is super valuable in the red zone, getting those reach forward animations, easy touchdowns. I do think if you run the ball, I would recommend having reach forward on your running back. Next right here, Comeback. I think Comeback, again, F tier ability that reduce zone objectives, kind of the same thing we covered earlier. Backfield Mismatch right here, I have in the A tier, better routes and catching from the backfield first linebackers. You're going to see an ability just like this. Honestly, I might have this ability over the other ability we'll cover in a little bit. This is super nice. I think Backfield Master, once again, is better, but this will definitely just cook up the linebackers, give you that boost. And I've actually seen, I swear I've seen this activate first non-linebackers. I think like some of the abilities, like their summaries kind of lie, and I think this might be one of them. Now, Balance Beam right here, I put Balance Beam in the B tier. Avoid stumbling as a ball carrier. I think this is really good, especially if you struggle with like stop and goes and stuff like that really good kind of stick work. I also think it's just really good in general because I feel like this kind of gives you the ability to run into your O lineman and just kind of not have to worry about falling. So I think this is a pretty valuable ability if you do like to run the ball off. Now, Energizer right here, I put Energizer in the C tier. Replenish stamina after successful skill moves. Honestly, it could be higher, especially if you're juking and like winning and stuff a lot. I think stamina is a really big part of the game that somewhat gets overlooked. Like, I do it myself personally. Like, I just like forget people even have stamina. Like, I just be snapping the ball and my running back's like dog tired and he gets hit stick. I think abilities like this are valuable and I can definitely see a reason why to run it. Touch and Homer, again, F tier. Like, they're pretty much the exact same abilities we covered earlier. Indoor Baller, same thing, F tier. Juke Box right here, I put in the B tier. Again, I really do like those steerable juke animations and everything. I think the juke animations are better than the spin animations. I've seen more people get faked out from the jukebox. I'm like 99.9% sure the jukebox is better than the spin cycle, which is why spin cycle right here is in the B tier, and then, you know, the ability covered earlier, evasive, is in the A tier because it's both of them combined. But yeah, after that we got second win right here. I put second win in the B tier. Again, that stamina chance to replenish, I think that is very valuable because you do not want your running back to be tired. Now, Backlash right here, I put Backlash in the C tier because of the fact that when it's 4 AP, which is kind of ridiculous. and it says more tackler fatigue on non-conservative tackles. So if they go to hit stick you, they're gonna be like dog tired on defense, which I do think that's pretty good, but for 4 AP, I don't know if it's worth it. Recuperation, again, I put this in the B tier. Recover from fatigue at an increased rate. Again, that stamina, watching that stamina, definitely valuable in my opinion, at least. Now, armbar right here, I put this in the C tier. For me personally, I used armbar for a little bit on Derrick Henry, and I really didn't notice it activating at all. Like, it activated like from time to time, but it wasn't like nothing crazy. It was like okay. And the same goes with Bulldozer, but I put Bulldozer in the B tier. I think Bulldozer is actually pretty good, and especially with Derrick Henry, I thought this ability was really good on him. I really enjoyed using it. It was kind of fun. Here's one people might disagree with me on. Human joystick. 8 AP is really the thing that kind of like holds us down. One, it's not as good as last year, and two, that 8 AP cost I think is just too much. I have this ability in the C tier. And then our first and only D tier ability, Leapfrog, prevents fumbling while hurdling. Like, I feel like this could be a fun ability to use, but how many people do you know that hurdle? You know, like I've never seen anyone hurdle online ever. Now we're moving on to the receiving back right here. In the first one, matchup nightmare. Look at the kind of the saying under better route running and catching versus linebackers. What ability does that sound like? Backfield mismatch. Backfield mismatch is 1 AP compared to this being 2 AP. I did have them in the same tier though, again, because I know for a fact matchup nightmare does activate on more than just linebackers. I would use matchup nightmare on my receivers, and I promise you it activates first like corners for safeties. The ability summary thing is a lie, I promise you, trust me. Now after that, for receiving back, we got route tech right here, and I'm gonna put route tech and automatic in the same spot. I put this in the C tier because of the fact that I don't really think it's going to be that good on a running back, especially given the 4 AP cost. I think route tech and automatic are really good when they're like 2 AP. 4 AP is a lot. It's a lot of AP. Now, red zone threat right here on a running back, I think this could be like pretty good. I'm not going to lie to you. This could be pretty good, but I'm going to put it in the C tier right where route tech and automatic is. I don't know how good this is. This could be like one of the best abilities in the game, and I'm just sleeping on it. But we got slot apprentice and wide receiver apprentice. I'm going to put those two together. Slot apprentice is 2 AP. Now, this is where it gets a little interesting. If you have a running back that has like all, it's like say like Christian McCaffrey, right? I'm pretty sure he's a receiving back too. He has 90 short route running, 90 medium route running, 90 deep route running, which are all the thresholds, right? And say, you know, you don't have power out master on your quarterback. I think this ability could be an A tier ability, and it just gives you a lot of versatility in the sense that, okay, you can put a receiver kind of in like your shotgun formation, right? And you have a 2 running back set now, and that gives you the ability to audible down. I do think that is a very valuable thing to have. So if you're rocking High Route Master, just completely ignore this ability. But if you aren't, I think this could be an A tier ability on your running back, and you sub them in at receiver. Now, I put Playmaker on a running back in an S tier because, again, you know, you can sub a running back in a receiver. You can also, I think this could be a really good ability just out of the backfield. It's going to be very interesting to see. I don't know if any running back gets this yet. I don't know if there's a 96 overall receiving back. I'm not too sure. I still have Reggie Bush on my Dolphins team. Lastly, right here, we have the power back, which Bruiser right here. I put Bruiser in the A tier, more powerful truck and stiff arm animations. Kind of the same thing as Evasive, but instead of jukes and spins, it is truck and stiff arm. So I do really like this ability. Again, I would run this on Derrick Henry when I did like kind of run the ball a little bit. It was pretty fun to use just to truck the piss out of people. So I think if you run the ball a lot, I think it's a good ability. Now, other than that, the only ability that power backs get that other people don't is tank. Now, I think tank is really good if they hit stick. Like, it's just so situational. I would put this in the A or B tier. Honestly, I haven't used it yet, but I do think it will be pretty good, especially against people like me who really just want to hit stick you every time. So yeah, I do think this is a good ability. I put it in the A tier because of the fact that, you know, a lot of people just want to hit stick you every time. All right, so right here we do have our tier list right here. In the S tier, we have Backfield, Master, Reach For It, and Playmaker. Again, you know, Reach For It, you know, is more for like the people that really run the ball a lot. I do think that is a very valuable ability. In the A tier, we have Evasive, Backfield Mismatch, Matchup Nightmare, Slot Apprentice / Wide Receiver Apprentice with a question mark, because, you know, if you're running High Route Master, this could obviously be an F tier ability and just a waste. Bruiser, again, Bruiser, I really like Bruiser, and Tank is still kind of like a question mark for me too, because I have not used it yet, but from what From what the thing says, I think it could be really, really good and get you a lot more yards and in a play that like you wouldn't get a lot of yards in. So in the B tier, we got grab and go, RB apprentice, balance beam, jukebox, second wind, recuperation, bulldozer. A lot of these things in this tier were focused on stamina, and again, I do think that is very valuable, but I kind of put it in the lower end tier because if you run the ball like every play, recuperation might be a must in S tier. And in the C tier, we got energizer, spin cycle, backlash, armbar, human joystick, route tech, and Sada with a question mark because I don't know if they're going to be too good on a running back. And again, I think human joystick, if you enjoy human joystick, you know what, you got it. I just don't think it's too good this year, so that's why I put it in the C tier. In the D tier, we have leapfrog because again, like who really hurdles a lot. And then F tier, we got all pretty much the zone objective abilities and return man. So in the comments, let me know what you guys think, what you agree with, what you disagree with. Let me know what abilities you would move to certain tiers and stuff like that. If you did say so, and make sure to like the video and also subscribe. But other than that, it has been your boy Dill, and I'm peace, y'all.